Ian, 0-0, frustrating night all around.
Yeah, really frustrating. Underperformance in the first half, real underperformance. I thought in the second half we came out, we had loads more energy, but we can't wait for the game to come to us, which I thought we did a little bit too much today. They defended their box really, really well in the second half. We put a lot of pressure on them during that half, but they defended excellent, and we didn't really carve good enough openings to the goal.
What do you put the first half down to, with it being so underwhelming at times?
Difficult to say. I don't want to blame the kind of the lack of games that we've had. I don't really want that as an excuse, because the boys have trained well, and I don't think that's a reason why we can't come out and deliver from the off. Sometimes you come and you expect, we saw results go our way over the weekend, some of the results go our way, and then you kind of wait for the game and think the game's going to come to you, and we don't really take the initiative enough in the game. It was a bit passive, and I thought we could have been a lot more a lot more dynamic with all of our actions in the first half. But second half we came out, and I thought straight away we showed a different side to us, and we started to carve open a few opportunities, but we didn't take them, and that makes it really frustrating.
Does it compound your frustration that you saw results go your way at the weekend, and you're having to sit there and watch them come in while you're having training sessions, and then you get into a game tonight and you there's your opportunity? Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, we were really disappointed Friday with the Barnet game, because when you play first game of the weekend, you want to put a marker down, and then suddenly we couldn't. Other teams and some of the other teams, of course, gained points on us and moved us down, so you have that psychologically. But we should forget about the league. Honestly, I know everybody's going 2 games in hand here, 3 games in hand, this is how many points we're up to here. For me, I don't care, honestly. It's just about the next game, and that's the only thing that matters. So we should put everything out of our head and only focus on this game and how to win this game. And tonight we weren't good enough to do that. But now we just have to focus only Bromley. Forget about who does what. Just focus about Bromley and put all of our efforts into that, because that's the only thing we can affect, really.
I know you're reluctant to blame the disruption that you've had to the schedule of late, and I completely understand why you're doing that, but it must have an impact when you've won 6 on the spin, and you're trying to maintain that sort of momentum and fluidity of play, particularly the way that your teams play. It's all about fluidity. It must have an impact.
Yeah, of course it does, but at the same time, I still think we need to be better. We need to take more responsibility. We have to control, like we have the ball so much in this game, we have to control the tempo and the intensity, and we can dictate it much better. And they've played back 5 in a lot of their games. They switched to a 4 tonight. I thought it took us a little bit too long to adjust to that, and we got the players at half time. They knew they knew what they needed to do. They came in and everything they said was what I've written down during the first half. They knew, but we have to be a little bit more proactive, I think, during that first half to make it happen, not wait until kind of half time and then kick into the second half.
Of late, it has felt like at times in games where you've conceded, it's felt like you've needed to concede to get kicked into life, and so today it was just a slow start to the game before you kicked into life in the second half. Is the occasional slow starts to games something that you are looking at?
It's not okay. I think it's every game we've been slow to start, if I'm completely honest. I think we're the team that scored the least in the first 30 minutes of the games, but of course then was the most from 30 onwards, of course the way that we play, teams have to work extremely hard to press and defend, so teams start with more intensity and then they drop off the longer the game goes, and then we get stronger and stronger. That's normal, but I still think that we can have far more urgent starts to games, without a doubt, and that's something that we've discussed in there. So listen, it's when you have the ball so much, it's all on us, it's our responsibility, so we have to be better for that.
Does, as an added consequence of tonight drawing here, immediately put more pressure on Saturday to go and get all 3 points at Bromley?
Not really. Every game we want 3 points. I don't ever think about anything else. I just think, look, we want to set up to try and win the game. We didn't do that tonight, so whatever we did wasn't good enough. But I whether we won this game 5-0 or 1-0 or whatever the score had been, we were going for 3 points against Bromley, and that's what our aim will be. So we'll set up to try and win, and that's our only focus. Then after that, we focus on the next game, and that's all we can do. On
the plus side, clean sheet.
Yeah. I guess if we want a plus, there's a clean sheet. Sam did well. I think that they had 1 or 2 chances, counter attacks and some set plays, but in general we didn't concede any big chances today. And yeah, a clean sheet is good. We haven't had enough of them, so that's one positive. But we've been so good going forward and creating so many chances and scoring a lot of goals. It's disappointing not to get one tonight.
Just wrapping up, I think Bromley's a plastic pitch at 3G. Do you do anything different in the next few days? Do you set the players to have a kick about on the AstroTurf?
No, not really. I don't. It depends what the weather is, and I know that sounds strange, but we went there back end of last season. It was bone dry, red hot, and the ball sticks and it's hard to play on. I pray for rain. Like at Dover, I was doing the opposite. I was praying for sun, but I pray for constant rain on Saturday. I don't mind if I'm completely soaked top to bottom, because when the AstroTurfs are wet, the ball moves quick. So I'll be praying for rain.
And just finally, because we're still in January, any more offers for any of your talented footballers?
No, nothing. Phone is quiet. It's all good news from that perspective. So we're happy, we're settled, and we're focused just on the next game now.
Want to bring anybody in?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What position?
I think we'll look, of course, for another goalkeeper. I think Sam did excellent tonight, and we know that. But we want to get Tiernan out on loan. And it's really important to us then that we've got that depth. We brought Anthony Patterson back and he's had to go back, so we'll look into that. But it needs to be the right person, somebody that can challenge Sam, and we'll certainly look to do that.
I was going to say, is that somebody to challenge Sam, or just to come in and offer that depth, or is it somebody that's going to come straight in and possibly be the new number one?
I think every player that we've brought in adds competition, and he's coming to try to play games. So anybody that we bring in will have the competencies to do that. So that's what we'll look for.
Any other positions other than the goalkeeper?
No.
Lovely stuff. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Charlie.
Cheers.